everyone, Nick Farrow again with English Discovery. We're continuing our study of negative sentences. And this time we're going to the higher level, part 2, a little more difficult. Now if you need to check something, pause the video and find out what you need. We're studying now the simple tenses, and that's the simple present tense with sentences like these, and the past tense, and there are a couple of examples there. They are simple as sentences, but not when you want to make them negative. Let's take a look at the general verbs, which means those which are not the verb to be, everything else. We have two types of general verbs. In the past tense, we have regular verbs, which are easy with ed or d on the end. No big problem. And then we have the irregular verbs, which are a bit more of a problem to remember. Here you have 3 sentences with the negative pattern we studied in part 1. You can see the helping verbs here in red. Let's see how the negative form of the past tense is similar to these. Here's a sentence in the simple past tense. And you can see ed on the end, and you can also see there's no helping verb in this sentence. And when we see the negative form, this ed has become did. You should note that the ed is no longer on the end of the verb. If we say he did not waited, that would be double past tense, and that's no good. Now the did helping verb has the same pattern as the ones we studied before. In the same way, Bill walked home changes to Bill did not walk home. Same pattern. How about this? It's irregular, but the final pattern is still the same. And this, again, is no good. Came also is irregular in the past tense, but still we have the same pattern in the negative form. Okay, here you have a chance to make some negative sentences yourself. You may pause the video to think about them first, and then when you're ready, we can read them together. And don't forget to speak when I read the answers. That way you're going to remember better. Okay, here come the answers. I did not walk home. They did not come home with me. I did not study for 6 hours last night. I did not eat breakfast this morning. They did not watch a movie. They did not buy a pie at the store. Okay, again, same sentences but in a natural conversation style. I didn't walk home. They didn't come home with me. I didn't study for 6 hours last night. I didn't eat breakfast this morning. They didn't watch a movie. They didn't buy a pie at the store. And now we have an exercise where each sentence has a mistake. Again, stop the video until you're ready, fix the mistakes, and then let's check the answers together. If you're ready, here come the answers. I didn't walk home. And I didn't walk home, the same answer. They didn't buy food. Jack and Jill didn't go to London. Sam didn't kiss her. They didn't take a taxi. So all those are already in the natural speaking form. Let's use the patterns from the past tense to make present tense negative sentences. First, we have 3 negative sentences in the past. How about the present tense? Here are 3 regular sentences, and to make these negative where there's no helping verb or verb to be, did changes to do, present tense. You must remember that when there is no verb to be or no helping verb, you have to use the do helping verb and add not. And this sentence? No thanks. Now the next problem, sorry, there's always more problems, is when we have she, it, or he, in this case, Mia. The verb has an extra s or es on the end, right? So now the do helping verb becomes does in the negative. And finally, the pattern is the same. Okay, we're coming to the main practice point. Do you need a break? If you do, why don't you get a nice British cup of tea like this? No, tea. That's right. Okay, we've reached the more difficult part. Pause the video, make the sentences in the negative form. When you're ready, check the answers with me. Here come the answers. Read them with me. I do not live in London. I do not like rainy weather. My mum and dad do not drink whiskey. They do not have 2 cats. She does not eat too much. Mr. Dean does not like strawberries. Your hair does not look cool. And in natural style, I don't live in London. I don't like rainy weather. My mum and dad don't drink whiskey. They don't have 2 cats. She doesn't eat too much. Mr. Dean doesn't like strawberries. Your hair doesn't look cool. Now this part is the most difficult part, I think. We've mixed sentences with the be verb, sentences with helping verbs, and sentences with no helping verbs all together. Are you going to use the do helping verb or not? Pause the video and find the answers. Okay, here come the answers, again in natural conversational English. Let's read them together. I'm not using your camera. They don't like French bread. My best friend doesn't have 2 dogs. They didn't go to the mountains. She wasn't waiting for an hour. I won't look for your keys. She isn't like her mother. She doesn't like her mother. I haven't taken my medicine. Here's another exercise where you have to correct the mistakes. Every sentence has a mistake. Again, pause the video, and when you're ready, please read with me. And the correct forms are: I don't love you. She doesn't love me. They don't have a car. She doesn't eat strawberries. I don't have any money. She doesn't study every day. My father's cat doesn't like ice cream. I didn't enjoy the class. It wasn't hot yesterday. Older people don't like modern music. Okay. This lesson has only covered the basic points about making negative sentences, and there are some other ways. Here are 3 examples. They don't use not, but they have the same kind of meaning. That's all for this lesson. I hope it helped to make things clearer for you. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, please give a thumbs up. I'm also happy if you want to write a comment or if you have a question. And then please subscribe if you want to see more of the lessons, and particularly please go on to the yes/no questions and the WH questions, because they have the same kind of problems. And once you've learned these, your English power will be much greater. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.